Hi, my name is Julianne. I'm a senior at the Taft School, which is in Connecticut. I started studying at the NewYorkArtStudio since 10th grade, and now I got into RISD, Parsons, Pratt, and SAIC. So on top of that, I got $25K per year of scholarship for both Pratt and Parsons. But since I got accepted into my early decision for RISD, so I'm application free now. While my time at the New York Art Studio, I made about 20 pieces overall, and I experimented with a lot of materials, not only acrylic, charcoal and pencil or watercolor. I also used more uncommon materials such as gelatin, electric wires, or flower petals. And among them, the one I liked most was my charcoal piece about how my impression about the city, since I grew up in Shanghai, China, and my first impression about big cities are the noise they make. And yeah, this is my first try with the fisheye perspective, and I really loved the process of experimenting with my charcoal process and as well as the composition. So one biggest challenge I encountered during my portfolio process is to come up with the idea and how to develop it into a better structure that can express my idea or feelings. So I try to manipulate the colors and the contrast or composition and everything about the work to aim to express my feelings and avoid to being too literal. For my portfolio, I focused more on my personal side and experiences, such as dreams or my past, where I lived in middle school and back in Shanghai. I didn't mention too much about global issues or more of the psychology part, but I instead of focused on dreams because I always dream a lot and I remember my dreams. So yeah, that's what I wanted to express, also like to include into my portfolio. For my portfolio process, I started with the more fundamental part, which is sketching and painting from pictures and real life. This is also the instructions from the studio, which I found really helpful because I can practice my skills first and then develop later onto my ideas. It also laid more foundations later to me when I am coming up with my ideas. I know what I am capable of or what I can do, because while I'm doing the fundamental pieces, I'm also inspired by my process. So the summer intensive program's pacing actually really helped me because, as the title said, it's really intensive, and I get to think about like how to make art all day. I kind of just gets in this mood and then goes on for 10 weeks, and it really helps with my productivity because I'm always focused on making art and not worrying about something else. So I get to be more productive and effective because I'm always in this art making and thinking mode. So I comes up with ideas very quickly. After maybe like 1 week of warming up, I get used to this momentum. I just keeps going, and until the end of my portfolio process, the main motivation for me is what I've completed before, because I think I completed around 17 or more pieces during 10 weeks. So that's kind of a lot. And then I just talk to myself, be like, I already did so much and I can keep pushing through and I can finish it by this summer. Yeah, so that's how I finished my whole portfolio in the 10-week summer intensive program. I think the biggest advice I have is to start early, or at least keep a sketchbook since maybe freshman or sophomore year. I was really lucky because my sophomore year art teacher gave us sketchbook assignments each week, so I had a sketchbook pre-prepared during my sophomore week, and after that I get to use it in my portfolio as a part of my sketchbook showcase. And also for the actual portfolio, preferably it could be started at the summer after sophomore year, but I did mine during the summer after junior year, so I kept it on for 8 weeks, so non-stop. So if you would like some breaks or just some time in between your pieces, it's good to spread works out into 2 summer breaks instead of squeeze it into one.